everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. Happy, what day is it? Thursday? Thursday. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Really hope you're doing well and happy and all that stuff. It's freezing here, by the way. It's just absolutely freezing. We just started February. We made it through our first month of 2023. Congrats, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause. Anyway, today we're talking about Jess Fam, her parenting, and how she gets really mad at people saying, hey, maybe let your kids stay in school and stop taking them away. And we're going to hear her shitty excuses today. It's going to be a gong show because, you know, Jess Fam is an absolute gong show. So let's go. So if you're new here at the Dad Challenge Podcast, I want to say thanks for joining me. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and like button, or I don't care. But if you're new to the Jess Fam story, welcome. Welcome to the shit show. Jess Fam is an influencer whose whole identity is being a teen mom. And she's like in her 30s now, so you could stop now. We got it. You're a teen mom. Her whole identity is literally Disney, teen mom, threesomes. And her kids know all this stuff. And because her shit's getting stale, she's losing viewership and subscribers. She's now shifting to do what Jonathan's CONESTOGA is doing, which we're going to talk about in another video this coming week, where she's grifting on her daughter's identity. And her daughter is now gay, I guess, and is non-binary or something like that. And she's going to grift on that. She's going to make money on it. And we're going to talk about how that's super shitty to do. Regardless if it's true or not, it's not your story to tell. And she's literally making money telling the world about this. And so we did sort of touch on it, but we'll touch on it in a different level because there's a lot of family vloggers that actually do this. And it's really gross. Okay, so Jess Fam's going there because, again, she has literally nothing left. Every single video is the same. It's clickbaited the same way, and she's proud of the clickbait. She's like, that's what we do. We just clickbait shit. And this one's called We Need to Talk, a serious discussion with my three sons. And if you go to the Jess Fam snark page on Reddit, there's a person that breaks down the videos brilliantly in like 3 or 4 paragraphs. It's awesome. And she always breaks down the clickbait. She's like, here's what she said about the clickbait. And in this video, spoiler alert, apparently they're grounded from their machines and they only get 1 hour a day. That's the serious talk she has to have. But I think the serious talk is what she's having with her haters about how she's taking her kids out of school. So let's see if we can look through her content and see how much time these kids have already been out of school this year. I bet you it's a lot. So let's go.
We need to talk. Take a seat. We need to talk.
You're such a shitty parent. Sorry. Jess Fam is a terrible parent.
Good afternoon. I actually just picked up Addie from school.
Honestly, in 10 years, I can't wait to see what Jess will do. If she's still on YouTube, she'll be like with a walker. I don't like rolling wheelchair. What the hell? And her kids are all going to be gone because they hate her, living on their own.
She just got out.
I get out a little early today. I have to work on my 100th shirt.
Yes, you have to work on your 100th shirt.
I have to go to the store to buy all the stuff.
Let me first say, tomorrow is the 100th day of school. And what do we have
And they've missed like 40 of them. Good for you, Jess.
to do for that?
Oh.
Addie has a special assignment in her class. Addie and Landon are the two that have something that they're actually doing for the 100th day of school.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like stations.
I'm sorry, and this isn't against the kids, but you don't get to celebrate the 100th day of school if you didn't go to school. So, not fair to the other kids who actually went to school for 100 days.
Where you can like, I have a Valentine's Day, a Valentine's sticker.
Valentine's. With an N. It's cute though when kids say Valentine's.
And I have a Valentine's note in my
I'm pretty sure Jess just told her kid to say Valentine's.
in my lunch paper.
But it's not a Valentine's Day celebration, though. This one is just for 100th day. But guess what? Mommy is going to come volunteer at your school.
All the other moms are like, oh my God. Teacher's like, oh, Jess is coming. Everybody, she's going to film. Jess Fam, slow down, 'cause no one can understand a damn word you say. I gotta watch this shit, 0.5. Slow it down real slow. 'Cause it's like listening to chipmunks on crack and meth and stuff like that. Chill, Jess Fam. No one likes you anymore. Dumbass, yeah. Finn. Yesterday we were in school and basically and I was like, driving and I was like, oh my god, 100 days of school. I mean, kids are only been to school for 10 days or something this year. But I'm like, whatever, you don't know me. You're not my real dad. So, it's just the way it is. How do your kids even understand anything you're saying?
From last year, she used to make a shirt and put 100 items on it. Ooh, this is... If I could migrate anywhere, I would migrate to Paris and Disneyland.
It's because all your kids know is Disneyland. Literally all they know.
Paris Disneyland.
Oh, Disneyland Paris?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know what that is.
You're a really good writer. But tomorrow is Addie's 100th day of school.
Yeah, we got it, lady!
Let me tell you something. I got a comment. I don't like addressing hate comments. I hate comments. Something saying like missing 4 days of school versus something or other. And someone made a comment saying something like, have your kids been to school for 1 full week? Listen, Linda, not that I need to explain myself to anyone.
Who's Linda?
I'm taking my kids to school, picking them up, paying for them, raising them, any of that business. Your opinion.
Yeah, people actually paying for your lifestyle. So yeah, you have nothing, Jess Fam. You literally don't have any wealth or anything without people who watch your bullshit. Okay, you are nothing without these morons and plebs who watch you. Nothing without them. So let's be real. I'm the same. I'm nothing without an audience. The audience pays you. Even your haters pay you. My haters pay me. They know so much. They watch every breath and blink I make on camera, and they pay me for it. Thank you. So yeah, they are responsible. If you didn't have an audience, you wouldn't be able to do this shit.
Is irrelevant, but I will have you know that my kids haven't even missed 1 full week of school. Not even one.
Oh, not 1 full week? Oh, you're such a good mom. Are you serious? 4 days is basically a full week of school. There's 5 days in the week. There's 5 days in a school week. You know that, right? They haven't missed 1 week of school? That's a damn lie.
If you don't know, is referring to like the trips that I take my kids on. I do not need to.
What do you mean the trips? Why are you putting it in quotations? You do take, that's all you do. Disney, cruises, New York, freaking, you went down to what's the place there with the snow and shit. You've been, I can't believe I know this, but you've been, and it's usually effing just Disney all the time. And she's gonna do this shit.
Myself, but since you care so much, Jill, let me let you know.
Who's Jill?
We have went on 2 trips this year. The trips that I take my kids on, these trips, which are incredible trips, by the way. Like, you are clearly just jealous that you can't do this for yourself.
Are you really saying this out loud in the climate that we live in right now? You're just jealous that you're not rich like me, who grifts off their children and exploits their children for money. Are you f***ing serious, Jess Fam? You know how many people are who can't even put f***ing bread on their table right now, and you're gonna sit there and be like, you're just jealous of me? How are you out of your, she's doing it on purpose, right? She's been calculated there. She knows she's going to get heat for that. You don't just say that shit, Jess. You're such a douchebag. You are very privileged because you got lucky on YouTube. You're not smart. You're not talented. There's nothing that you bring. You just got lucky. That's it. And you have a following of people who are like you. That's your tribe. A-holes just like you. Okay, you're not good at anything. I've not yet seen something just like, hey, she could probably pivot to this because she's good at that. No, I've never seen anything that she could do. Nothing. You are literally a talentless hack. And you have no supporters, maybe except for Sunkissed Backzits and a couple other people that you might hire to be around you. But are you seriously saying you're just jealous to people? You gotta be out of your mind. Influencers, stop saying to people you're just jealous. Are we jealous? You know what I do value is my children's education. Yeah, I'll admit it. I took my kids out of school to go on the vacation. Okay, but that's once. I think it's the first time we've ever done that in my kids' lives, and we won't do it very often. Maybe once every few years. Okay, we'll try to plan it. Next one we're going to go to is we're going to plan it during Christmas. We're going to make sure the kids, because my children's education is so important to them. We know that Jess Fam doesn't think education is important for her children. We know that because the way she treats the school and the children and the teachers and everything else. Remember when the kids were doing shit during COVID and she got mad that they how dare they tell my kids what to do and all that shit. She doesn't care. She thinks her kids are going to go on and live in infamy on YouTube, make money, and maybe they will. But that's not the goal you should have for your children. Oh, I hate this person.
The fact that I'm taking my kids to the Grand Cayman Islands, which you may or may not have even been to ever in your life.
Oh my, she's not doing that.
Jill,
Oh my God, lady, you are an asshole. Grand Cayman Islands. It's just called the Cayman Islands. Second of all, it's a Disney cruise you went on. Did you do something educational at the Grand Cayman Islands, or did you just go on one of this protected excursions? Is that educational? It's not educational. It's a life experience. I'll give you that, but it's not something we're taking your kids out of school a lot for. It's not. You can do these things during summer vacation, winter vacation. There's March break. There's so many times you could take your kids on these things because you don't have a real job. So why don't you just wait for your kids to get their natural breaks at school so they don't miss anything? Okay, I know lots of people do this, but what we're seeing here is a pattern of behavior, Jess, where you don't give a shit about your kids or their educations. Lots of people do it, but you do it more than everybody else. Clearly.
2 trips that I've taken my kids on this year. One of them was during Labor Day week. My kids missed 3.5 days of school.
So doing math, 3.5 days. You came home from a trip and put them in school at half a day? I don't believe you. Or you took them out half a day, maybe. Okay, so they missed 3.5 days, and then you just admitted they missed 4 days, and then in the same damn phrase, you said my kids have not even missed a week of school. That's more than a week of school. Do you not even math? Math better. Shit ass.
It wasn't my own day. That makes me a bad parent, so be it. And
yeah, it does make you. And so, yeah, you are a bad parent. Not just because of that, but all the other things too.
School was well aware they are not behind on any work. Like, God forbid I take my children on this incredible vacation.
Oh, this is like, it's really weird. I'm getting triggered because I hear this from people who are addicts. It's really weird to justify this, like, God forbid I go do something fun. God forbid your kids get an education. God forbid. God forbid you care about your kids at all. God forbid. You're such an asshole, Jess.
In addition to that, this last one I just went on. They were only supposed to miss 4 days of school, but one of the school days ended up being canceled due to weather. So they missed even less. I would just pull my kids out of
Still a week.
school for shits and gigs, you guys. On top
Yes, you do pull your kids out for shits and giggles. Yes, you do.
of that, my kids go to a Montessori school, and what that means is...
Why is she laughing at this? So? So they go to Montessori school, so you just don't have to go to school? What do you mean?
You don't know is that they actually encourage not only family time, but traveling as well. And guess what? If I would...
Do they encourage going to Disney every other week? What do you mean they encourage? Hey, don't worry about coming to school. We'd rather see you travel with your family and make vlogs. No worries. Jess thinks we're all dumb. That's what pisses me off. She thinks we're stupid. And it makes her look stupid.
Take my kids out of school for a whole month, I will do that. Hate me for it. Hate me for it. So
You can't take your kids out for school for a month. And yeah, we will hate you for it. You deserve to be hated for your behavior. You're an asshole.
to anyone who makes those snarky comments, you honestly sound ridiculous.
We sound ridiculous. You just said, like, you haven't been even to Grand Cayman Islands yet. Lair Lucy. If I want to take my kids out for a month, I'll do whatever I want. You're right, you will. But Jess, you're not above reproach when you put your shit on the internet. What is wrong with these people? You make your wealth putting your life and your privacy and all that shit on the internet, and you get mad when people comment on your bullshit? How are you this obtuse? I know I keep asking myself that question. The more we watch Jess Fam, the more we realize she is actually dumb. She's not, I don't think she's calculated. I don't think she's looking for the drama. She literally it's just like, whoop.
Ew, are you ready to get your shirt and your stuff? Okay.
So she just clapped back at all her haters with her daughter in the car too. Cool.
Actually, I have
What are you teaching your kids when you do that?
question. What should we...
Okay, so let's go look at her channel real quick. How about we do that? And so let's take a look in the past year since school started. When school started? August in California? Let's go back 6 months. The beginning of 6 months. So 5 a.m. trip across country with my daughter. I'm sure she missed school there. Unless it was just before school started. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, our first Disney cruise. Looks like she took her kid out of school for that. So that's a cruise. 12-year-old daughter drops biggest fear. Looks like they went traveling here as well. Nightmare in our Airbnb. That looks like travel. A serious accident on the beach. That's when they were traveling as well. That's the big trip she's saying. Unsafe situation in Santa Cruz. Okay, so this is the last day of summer. She says 5 months ago. So I guess they start in September. So let's start from here. So here's everything I packed for 7 kids on vacation. Mystery location. So that's where it starts. 1 month after school started, by the way. So they went to Hawaii. Okay? Boom. They're definitely missing school when they go down to Hawaii. All right? And it's all effing clickbait. I hate this person. Oh my God, her clickbait is so bad. Oh, look, Disneyland again. 2 months ago, they went to Disney, so they were out of school for that, probably for sure. Then here they're traveling to the airport. This is the cruise, right? No, 1 month ago? No, they traveled again. They went to New York, so they're out of school for that too. So she's lying right now. She's absolutely lying. So they travel out, And that's going, I think they went to New York because they were clickbaiting having another baby and it was her uncle's baby or something like that. They went, this is when they went to, like up to that place where the snow was. And that was, they missed school for that for sure too. Probably at least a day or a day and a half. Because you got to imagine too, when you're getting ready to go somewhere, your kids have to come out for the half day you're leaving, and then when they get back, they're going to be super tired. They probably don't want to school the next day. Likely, your kids have sick days too, so they're probably missing way more school than she's lying. Then they go on their first Disney cruise. Okay, so then apparently as soon as I got back from the Disney cruise, Jess just went to Disney again. So just going through her stuff, we know she's been on at least 4 trips since school started, and school started 5 months ago. So their kids are missing way more school than they need to, for sure. Like, for sure. So stop lying, Jess. You're such a liar.
We need to talk. You guys always do this. And there's a reason that we have rules in place during the week. Once upon a time, we used to play games during the week, right?
Yeah.
Then games got taken away for the whole week. Remember that?
Yes.
You guys were not allowed to play games during the week. Why did I take the games away? Remember?
Because.
You're trying to have a serious conversation with the camera on. Your kids know the camera's on. They're making faces in the camera, and you're trying to have a conversation. Can't you parent without the camera on? These people can suck my ass. They're such fake bastards.
You guys started going back to school and having responsibilities again.
I think we've been doing good on school.
He said, I think we've been doing school. You haven't been at school, so how do you know? For poor kids to be like, we don't have grades for these kids because they've been here for 6 days. So I think they know how to read. I'm not sure though, because they really draw. They say they love Disney a lot. They always, they're drawing Mickey Mouse ears all over the place, but they really don't know how to read or do any math. But we're Montessori, so we're glad you got life experience at the Grand Caymans.
You are doing great in school, but... Okay, listen, wait, hold on. Back up. You guys start...
She even clap talking? Can we do away with clap talking? Please, for the love of Pete, please.
You guys went back to school. The rules kind of stayed, right?
These kids are not listening to you, Jess Fam. They don't give a shit what you have to say because you don't do this because you're faking it for the camera. You suck at parenting.
You guys kept playing games during the week. And then here's what...
Do make a water.
I know, that's the thing, is that I know that you guys love living your life, and somehow, that's what I don't...
These kids are not listening at all to anything you're saying. Nothing's getting to them. The fact that you filmed this really just shows that you're the shittiest parent I've ever seen in my life. They don't take you seriously at all, Just. Not seriously, because they know cameras on. They don't give a shit. They can say whatever they want right now, behave any way they want. They don't take you seriously because you are not someone to be taken seriously.
Problem. Listen, I don't have a problem with you guys playing games. I think it's cool. It's fun to play games. Yeah. The problem is that when I tell you guys it's time to get off, you give me...
I have a deal.
Oh, Mr.
You never done that. Never done that.
Hey boys, if you're watching my show, all you have to do is blackmail your mom and say, I don't want to be in any videos. I protest to be in your videos unless you let me play my video games. You guys have more leverage than you know, just so you're aware. I ain't getting videos. I want to play my video games. You want to film me? The payment is me playing video games. They'll know. They'll catch on to that soon.
I want to raise humans who just only want to play.
It just occurred to me that she doesn't want them playing video games because it takes up all their time, because she needs to vlog them. They need to be available to be in her videos. Did that occur to anybody else? Okay.
Video games all day. And so when I tell you to get off...
Nobody in this family can finish a sentence. No, but not the kids, not the mom, everybody. Just, it's utter chaos.
You're like... I mean, it's hard. Then I go to thinking, there's a problem here. And then guess what? When I take games away for a week, you guys are perfect. So that tells me that it's the games that are the problem.
You're the problem, Jess.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I have to make another deal.
No, they're not listening to you.
Okay. Negotiate with me. Let's hear me out.
Okay, money here?
Nobody. We're not negotiating.
I'll make a deal.
This is what you should make. Hey, Mom, you use us for money. We're not in your videos anymore. Here's the deal. I'll be a star in your channel. You let me play my video games. It's coming.
I want 3 reasons from each of you as to why this is a good idea. Why we should try this
Because
again.
on VR you sweat. On VR you sweat. They can't move your arms.
What does that mean? You mean like you're active?
You're active.
I like that argument. That's a good argument.
When someone goes around you, you don't see them. Oh, and
I'd be careful letting your kids on VR. VR is not supposed to be anywhere over 13, although I understand. But I'd be careful with kids in VR, especially in the chat rooms. There's a lot of weirdos. And you can contact and play with people in mini putt from all over the world, and there's lots of predators on there. So if you guys have Oculuses and shit for your kids and you have that stuff, be very wary of what you let your kids play in the Oculuses. Okay, I've played the mini golf, and it's fun. It's really, really fun. And I've played against kids who are like 8. I'm like, how old are you? 8? I'm like, your parents let you play this? Yep. And then I log out. I'm like, you shouldn't be playing with adults. Bye. I'm not playing with this 8-year-old. Probably kick my ass anyway. But there's lots of kids in Oculus playing, and they shouldn't be. Just saying. Parents are not checking that, and they should be.
And sometimes you can meet good people. Wait, and also,
see what he just said? You can meet good people. On the internet? No, you can't.
Also in Oregon. So like,
and she didn't even say anything. Oh, you can meet good people on the internet? Sounds good to me.
I don't know.
you know when I was in Barbour each one, when I was playing my
Gosh!
Wait, and also when you're playing the horror game, so
I can't do it anymore.
Very important.
And they just talk for about a half an hour about shit video games. No thanks. She's a terrible, terrible person, and she should be ashamed of herself. Please never, ever, 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 ever take advice from Jess Fam on how to parent. Okay, I think that's just kind of like the written rule. Unwritten, written, know what I'm saying? So let's go to this quick video. So Jess Fam is now going to be clickbaiting that there was a devastating storm that went across the country, and she's going to, again, she claps back online about what she did during this devastating storm that she took advantage of, that she monetized, just like the LeBrants. It's such a, like, let's just watch what she does. It's going to piss you off.
What's up, guys? Good morning. We are back home, back in the swing of things, back to reality. But we came home to an absolute disaster. If you don't know, there's been several storms hitting Northern California. It's all over the news.
Tonight, a state of emergency in California where tens of millions are under flood and wind alerts as yet another major storm, a bomb cyclone, as forecasters describe it, threatens the state.
Forecasters call this weather system, quote, brutal and life-threatening.
For millions of
Does it rain?
Americans in the West, the only question this weekend is when will it end as California faces a January of seemingly non-stop rain and snow.
Flooding, rain, and feet of dangerous snow falling across the state.
That's crazy. If you don't know what it's like to drive in that, I would stay home. I mean, that's normal for Canada, but that's not normal for people in California who have summer tires on.
This weekend, President Biden approving an emergency declaration for California.
First, California residents are bracing for another round of severe storms. Flooded streets, knocked out power, and resulted in at least 12 deaths over the last 10 days. Well, tonight...
This is taken right from the LeBrant's book. LeBrant's did this exact same thing about the wildfire. They put all the news things with all the scary music behind it. And then like, we gotta go. And there was nowhere near them at all. Something tells me that's what happened at Jess Fam's house.
90% of the state's population is under a flood watch, with officials telling residents in several counties to leave and get to higher ground.
Wow.
So coming home, we didn't know what was going to happen, like what our house was going to look like, if there was going to be any damage to anything. So we got home. Luckily, there's no damage to our actual house.
Because you probably were not affected at all, but she's going to capitalize on it.
Did notice something right when we got here.
There's our bench at.
Oh, the wind blew your bench down a bit? Oh my God, I just better vlog it. It's emergency. Our wicker bench fell over. Oh my God. Could have been a friggin' bird or a rat.
Our whole couch moved.
It's not a couch, it's a wicker bench that weighs nothing.
We're also missing a trash can, too.
Look, they're showing the neighborhood nothing. Of course she's gonna capitalize on it though.
I have no idea where it is.
You left your trash can out when you went on vacation? Dumbass.
A whole trash can.
Like, it's not down the street.
Someone stole your trash.
It's not next to the house. It's just gone. So.
They have 4 vehicles. Damn, it's a lot of vehicles. I know that their parents live there.
The city about that.
Our whole trash can is missing. It's just gone.
Oh my God! Call the police! Fuck off. F off.
Also, our couch, it just like blew away. But
It didn't blow away. It blew down a bit. What the hell? See what she's doing here? This should make you upset. They will stop at nothing and make everything about them. It's like, oh my God, there was a storm that didn't even affect us at all. So she's literally going to capitalize on all these crazy people asking you to leave the freaking state, and probably people died and everything else. And they're like, oh my God, our wicker bench, see, it affected us when we weren't even there. Oh my God, our garbage can is missing. That, if you think about that for a second, about the people who were affected in California during that huge storm, who actually were affected, she's capitalizing on their demise. She's capitalizing on their horror. And nothing happened to her. They weren't even there. That should piss you off.
Very minimal compared to the damage in the rest of our city, to other people's homes. So I'm feeling grateful for that. We are in a major flood zone. We are right outside of the evacuation order that was in place.
So she just admits we weren't even in the evacuation order that was so. But her garbage can blew away. The horror.
The day after we got home. Actually, it's been a few days.
You're nasty. People who do this are the worst type of people on earth, who will capitalize on destruction and other people's like sadness and heartbreak and death for their own vlog. There's no other way to put that. She's lying.
I picked up the camera and vlog. So it has been an adjustment for sure, coming from where we were at back.
It's been an adjustment because our wicker bench blew like 3 feet.
Back to here, back to reality, and back to.
Wow, you're just solidarity, thoughts and prayers. My thoughts and prayers are with you, Jess, and your wicker bench that blew away a little bit. You know, you're gonna be okay. Yeah, you need some therapy, some counseling. Maybe the government should step in and give you some cash for that. Fuck off.
All these storms. There's damage all throughout our city, all throughout our county, all throughout Northern California.
So everywhere but your house. That's lucky you.
Storms are not over, but they are taking breaks here and there. Today I don't think it's very bad. Yesterday it wasn't very bad. So it's just been such a weird thing for us in California.
No, not you at all. You just said it does. It's not been bad yesterday. It's not bad today. It doesn't affect us at all. But it's a weird thing for California. So are you California? Are you literally saying that you're California now? Okay.
Like a hurricane the other day, or is that still coming? I don't know. I can't keep up. There's tornadoes that hit the ground, you guys, in California. Tornadoes don't hit the ground in California.
Yes, they do, dumbass.
We're not prepared for this. We're not built for this.
What?
We don't have basements. We don't have anything like that. So it's been a really weird time around here. Anyway, that's kind of a catch up to where we're at now. But this morning, we're doing...
See, returning home to devastating damage. That's the title of her vlog. Devastating damage is her wicker bench blew over and they can't find their garbage can. That's the devastating damage. The 9 consecutive rainstorms that inundated California in succession since December 26 killed at least 20 people, while tens of thousands remain under evacuation orders as of Monday. And she literally titled this video, Returning Home to Devastating Damage. There's no other way to put this, everybody. At least 20 people died during this thing, and she says that because her garbage can is missing and her wicker bench blew over. That's devastating damage compared to whatever happened to everybody else in the state. You can't make that up, everybody. That's disgusting.
Something. Hi, guys. How you saying hi, guys? This morning, we are up to something. Up to no good. Actually, it is very good, but it's kind of a secret. The Harlem Globetrotters are...
Oh, F off. So she just said devastating damage. So there's so much devastating damage in windstorms, you can take your kids out for the day. That sounds safe. It's dry as a bone there, by the way. It's not even raining there.
Mimi's dropping me off with the girls at their dance class, though. Chris is here right now. I'm gonna take over. Okay, bye, boys. Love you.
Devastating damage. Let's go do normal shit. It's like normal there. Not even... How dare you, Jess? How dare you do this?
On to the next of adventures. Are you guys ready? Back to dance. I finally got my camera replaced. Let me know how the quality is versus like what you just saw. Well, actually, all of the Harlem Globetrotters footage was actually filmed with my phone, but like, I don't know. Anyway, my camera was super broken. Anytime I travel somewhere there's sand, I swear this always happens. And I didn't even have my camera like in the sand, but somehow the sand gets stuck into the lens and it breaks the lens. But long before that, the bottom of it was already missing a bunch of screws and like part of the battery compartment was broken. Anyway, irrelevant. But I finally got...
If it's irrelevant, why'd you put it in the video?
Replacement. Speaking of broken things though, we actually have a few broken items here. We're in the midst of unpacking. Is that a coincidence? And this one is it because I found a white one. Lily's been asking for.
So how are you going to title your video Returning Home to Devastating Damage? Take your kids to see the Harlem Globetrotters, then go shopping and do some organized. This video is like 2 seconds of her saying this happened in my state. Nothing affected us whatsoever, but it happened. And then the rest is not like that. That's what I'm saying. That's why you guys should not watch her shit. She does not deserve you to watch her videos. Jess Fam doesn't deserve you. You're too good for her, everybody. Stop watching her bullshit. That should piss you off. The LeBrants got called out massively, even in news broadcasts for what they did there. Jess Fam just did the same damn thing, everybody, after 20 people died in these storms and utilized that and the footage and everything else from the news broadcasts of people dying and getting hurt and being evacuated. And it didn't affect Elk Grove at all or her home at all. She wasn't even there, and she capitalized on that for monetary gain. Does that make you angry? It should make you angry. Makes me angry. Take a deep breath. You don't make me angry. You make me happy. You're amazing, incredible, and valuable. Don't you forget it. Make sure you don't fly flare. And make sure you don't watch this. Okay, stop watching her. It's just not worth it. You guys are worth it, though. And I'll see you tomorrow.